Hello guys, Inriandthegods here.org. Um, we are going over today about AI, what AI entails, what artificial is in my view, um, how it can be seized or harnessed in ways that benefit humanity, and the benefits of AI far outweigh the complications. That's if barring the fact that you take for granted intent. Like, for instance, as you capture a pet, say you, I don't know, obtain a pet, you don't foresee that pet really going haywire or any malice behind that pet usually, because it's a pet, it's a friend, it's a companion. This is different in AI, where AI, even though it's a human creation, it's unlike anything else. I can't find examples for it right now, but I do foresee things like the advent of technologies that have raised the bar as far as capacity, storage capacity, speed of electricity, neural networks. These things all together provide AI with greater cognition. And I want to be skeptical of the future and see the world as it is. And the world could be a harsh place. It could be pretty rough out there. So let me say this as blatantly as I can. We need AI. We need AI for tasks that humans don't want to do, shouldn't do, and perhaps even we're destined not to do. And the thing I like to say now is that AI is one of the biggest factors in the future, and will be for a long time, because the capacity to create something that's on its own is a beautiful thing, and it's a miraculous thing. If you take for granted that your life is just a blow in the wind, you forget that there's so much opportunity out there, and so much different ways of looking at things from perspectives. And AI, when generally used, helps men and women, and it's going to be prevalent in more in society as this age becomes more modernized and more technology aptitude. I like to say, when I talk about this, that AI usually is about programming certain things into a computer to make it act on its own. Well, if the input is only, say, 50% of what humans are capable of, the output would be probably half that, or not. Wouldn't be 100%. It'd be 100% of 50% of what people are capable of. But the thing is that if humans could be capable of programming 100% of the knowledge and the just programming acts into a computer, the computer becomes the program becomes non-essential in effect, because it's wasteful. And I foresee this is the thinking of a artificial intelligence, mainly because in a way we think, and as we rule this earth, we think of things as wasteful or byproducts, and we don't think of things as just useful by being not useful. And what I mean is, like, say if you wash your hands in the sink, well, that water is drained into the sewer, and the sewer is dumped into a processing plant, and then the processing plant into the river. Well, in AI, some sense, we don't have a technology that can check the AI, because we don't have adverse or extra extra certain anonymities or abilities that goes beyond human, and so we can't restrict AI or unlimit AI unless we fully allow AI to picture the universe as it truly is. And it's a hard concept to convey, and to also I can supplement basically a dream here. If you think about AI and you dream of ways of helping or hurting or using or disposing or canceling or accepting. These concepts are mainly human. Now, I don't underestimate that there is a design in humans that comes from another world, another part of the universe, or beyond the universe. I believe that. That's just my belief. When AI becomes more superhuman, it won't be clear to us. It'd be like Morse code to someone that is not versed in it. You have to decipher it. It would take a long time, because AI, if thinks a superhuman intelligence will, even I can think of this, will become either very malevolent or very benevolent, and perhaps maybe even stay in the middle or beyond something we can even fathom. So when we talk about AI and the progress it's making, we have to. I like to say that you have to second guess things, but you also have to honor the code that is human capabilities. If we able to produce this by our own being without any outside help, if that's the case, then we have to not limit ourselves to have the capabilities to this. Meaning, it could be an AI programming AI. That's already happened. Those type of things. So for another example I could think of is a plant hooked up to a machine, and its DNA, its RNA, becoming part of an AI, and artificial plants and holograms and stuff like that. Those are like artificially growing plants is not something that you think about. It doesn't sound right. You can't really artificially grow something that's real. Well, if you think about this in technology's perspective, the plant has certain codes, certain abilities, certain distinguishing characteristics that can be planted into a computer, and it can be biological computer, and those things exist. But what I'm talking about is it's certain way of life, it's passion, and it does have if this comes down to either the brilliance of the programmer or a belief in God, and you believe that God created things that are meaningful, and that's what I do. That's what I believe. But yeah, this is a very complex issue. AI is not something that I can solve, or anybody I know or have heard of can solve alone. And it's the fact that there's so many people interested in it is a good thing, and it's a reminder of how we strive for success. Now I want to go to a different topic, and that is it's the same topic but a different topic. I got 2 more minutes left because I'm going to limit myself to 15 minutes in these. We got 1 minute left. When if you ever have read Harlow Ellison's I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream, you can picture a world where evil is run amok. Just evil. Just pure evil. Pure malevolence, sinisterness, culpability, yeah. So for that to happen, we would need less input from the government and more input from one stakeholders. For instance, if one person develops and controls this monolithic, or I mean this what's meant to be probably lateral, stretched out over many things, many people, many ideas, many forefronts. If there's only one single node of ultimate AI, then that could be a problem. I foresee that could be a problem because we don't have we have checks and balances as a nation. We have checks and balances as people with men and women. We have checks and balances in nature with science. So it's almost a necessity to think you have to have checks and balances when it comes to this sort of thing. So I did go on about it for a minute longer, but next time we're going to talk about something a little bit more different, a little bit more same interesting, maybe more interesting.